Brandon Warren, Jason Raymond, front row, lead the charge into the corner for the first time.
There's no question about it. They rumble down into turn number 2. Quickly moving into the number 1 spot. The man that won his qualifying round is the man in charge of this one as he works his magic. Meanwhile, a little bit of bumper-to-bumper action midfield. Jeff Aslan gets bounced way up the racetrack. He loses about 6 position, and we've got one stopped.
Yeah, nearly stopped here off of turn 4. That's, I think, Cody in the 69, and they tried to avoid Cody and got into each other. Just one spot between them as Travis Downey steps out of line here on the front straightaway, challenging for the race lead on Brandon Warren in turn 1.
Travis Downey makes the move to the inside. This gentleman is on the upper lane. Downey has it by inches as he dive bonds down into turn number 3. Travis Downey becomes the second leader of the event. Now, Travis Hydar hunts down Travis Downey. Hydar sees the opening on the bottom. Tries to make the move on the inside. Going, gone. Travis Hydar is at the front of the class, and that's what you're witnessing right now.
Spin, turn 2.
It looks like...
That's Daniel Chuck?
Yes, Daniel Chuck spins underneath the Napa Auto Care billboard on Napa night here at the Speedway.
Chris Daniel Chuck, our winner this year. Jason Raymond also caught up in it, that green number 49.
Black car in the inside. Waterman does the crossover. Here comes Downey again. He's come back to life.
He goes way up the racetrack. They go spinning behind them. 3, 4 cars to the infield. Jeff Aslan among them in the 7. Johnson in the 88, and the caution flag comes out.
Well, it appears that everybody, with the exception of...
Chris Daniel Chuck also involved again in the 94. White flag, 1 lap to go in the race, 1 lap to go in the street stock season.
They literally come together as they cross the start-finish line. Waterman takes it in deep off the second turn. Travis Hydar digging hard, pedal to the metal. Down the back straightaway. Not only will we crown the champion, but we will have a winner in the final event as they come off turn number 4. Travis Hydar is the man in command. Checkered flag is out, and Travis Hydar will take down the victory. Ryan Waterman will become the 2023 NAPA champion from the Stafford Motor Speedway.
Coming off of turn 4, green flag is up. 30 laps the distance, and it's going to be Sturck that gets the jump by about a car length from the outside lane.
Sturck runs the outside, dives down to the inside to set the pace as they head down the back straightaway. All of a sudden, here comes Wayne Corey Jr. back up front. Myers is in a bid to try to take over the number 1 spot. Sturck is pedaling as fast as he can, but it is Myers who becomes the second leader of the event. Will it stick as they come off the turn? Myers is gone at the front of the field now.
Meyer already back off of turn number 2. Battle for second is best among the leaders. Here's Gray getting together with Sturck. Both cars in the grass. They both save it. And Wayne Corey goes by both of them in the 10.
Chris Meyer, the kid with a big smile and a ton of talent, will be tonight's winner in the Napa Late Model main event. Wayne Corey Jr. will finish in a very important second.
30 cars, 20 laps, and a championship to be decided here tonight for the SK Light Modifieds. Cassandra Cole leads the field to turn 1 for the first time.
No question about it as they rumble down into turn number 2. Cassandra Cole looks racy at the point, but already, like a swarm of bees rattled in the nest, there's no question they come off turn number 4. They are side by side in a bid at the battle of the top 5. Trouble now. It is
Barry goes around,
and
Brandon Michael.
Yep.
Casey Vogt may have got a piece of it. You have Brewer in the 51. Looking for her first win here at the Stafford Motor Speedway, but getting the jump into the outside lane is Amanda West, also looking for her first victory. Looked good a couple of weeks ago, led a bunch of laps. She's back at the front of the field now.
And look at Brian Sullivan. He went from the outside to the inside with a big swoosh. They are almost 3 wide as they come back to the stripe. And it is Chapman right there behind Brian Sullivan. Chapman digging in on the bottom. Tyler Chapman not giving a break to the man that sets up his race car.
George Bissett Jr.'s got to go further back, or does he? With the way they're racing at the front of the field, he might be in the safest spot because the two drivers closest to him in the championship battle are side by side at the front. Sullivan and Chapman first and second. Sullivan looking for the title where he runs right now. Chapman some 40 points back, third in the standings, would need to have something to happen. But the battle for the title, second and third on the racetrack.
No question about it. We've got a spin in turn number 4.
Nicholas Hovey involved, along with Asklar.
And this caution could change the entire complexion of who will be the champion. Sullivan strings it out in the upper groove. Sullivan back into second. That's good enough for the title. Here comes Bissett. Bold move to the inside, down the back straightaway, deep into turn number 3. Sullivan still has it. Here comes Bissett.
All come down to the final 4 laps. Here is George Bissett Jr. to the inside of Brian Sullivan. Battle for the title for the second time by side into turn 1. George Bissett Jr. closing in, looking for a win and looking for the 2023 SK Light Modified Championship.
Off turn number 4, double checkers are waving. Tyler Chapman will take down the win, but George Bissett Jr. will be the man with the crown. Finishing in the...
Sammy Anderson gets turned on the final lap and nearly gets collected. She's okay.
They come off turn number 4. They get him fired up, and Mikey Flynn, car number 24, moves quickly to the front of the class, but already on a roll in the outside lane. Dylan Kopech, second generation driver, with Troy Talman with that familiar tag number 3 winning paint scheme.
Singling out now among the front half of the field. One car, it's Kopech, outside wall, back straightaway. Looks like it got a little too high, and the caution comes out. And that is Tyler Berry in the 18.
Tyler Berry driving a car that it comes out of the stable.
Up the back straightaway, had a peek to the inside a lap ago on the 24, and here he comes into turn number 3 on race leader Mikey Flynn.
Mikey Flynn digging in hard in the upper groove. Remember, both of these drivers started their career in Legends Racing, and now our second leader of the event becomes Mike Christopher. Meanwhile, where is Todd Owen? Still back in the 13th position.
Here comes Flynn back to the inside. This one's not over yet. Christopher able to lead last time by. Rocco to 17. Mateo contact with Chapman over in turn number 2. Right front of that car. Got up in the air just a moment for car 11.
Another car that is making its presence in the top 10 or close to it is Marcello Rafano. Remember the story for him in the qualifying earlier. Mechanical problem back up front.
Battle
Here
for the
we go
lead.
again. Mikey Flynn trying to work some magic in the outside. Troy Talman waiting in the 3rd spot, deep into turn number 3. Here's the bin again. Mikey Flynn. They come together like two cymbals in an orchestra. Clinging and clanging. Black number 33 car to the inside of row number 2.
4th time by side for the race lead. Flynn and Christopher nose to nose. Talman a bit out of shape behind them. He will fall outside of the top 5 in car number 3. Here's Christopher. Bottom shot. Back to the inside in turn number 3. Looking to retake the race lead to complete lap number 16.
At the stripe, it is Michael Christopher. He continues to lead the parade to the bottom of turn number 2. He's picking up where he left off turn number 4. Michael Christopher Jr. will take down the victory. Michael Jervis, great run to finish in 2nd. Keith Rocco for 3rd.
Todd Owen in 10th, so his top 10 run continues. And unofficially, it looks like we'll clinch that 3rd consecutive title here tonight for team number 81. Championship to be decided. Gary Patnode to lead him into turn number 1 for the first time.
Patnode, who's had a real roller coaster season here at Stafford, is out in front. Remember, the night that Patnode was way out in front and he had a commanding lead. Lavoie bringing his A-game, looking for that 3rd title. 4 cars. Meanwhile, Patnode drifts up the racetrack a bit. Kevin Cormier moves to the bottom. Cormier takes over the lead, and here comes Lavoie.
Oh, and the 21 will spin off of turn number 2, and everybody's going to hopefully miss him. Couple of close calls there with some of the drivers at the rear of the field. Cormier had the jump in the outside lane, but here comes Patnode in the 22 to battle back to the bottom.
Patnode a little bit loose coming off the turn. There comes Lavoie. A 3-wide move that gave Lavoie the opportunity to see daylight, and that daylight represents him as becoming the brand new leader. Patnode is shuffled from the front of the class to the bottom of the top 10. Jeremy Lavoie's family said they prepared what they thought was the best race car they've had all season long, and it is not only, if he can hold on for 2 more turns, is going to be the winner, but the champion here at Stafford. The highest paying per lap per mile event of 2023 for the SK Modifieds is about to go green.
TC13 is underway. 13 cars, 13 laps are underway with $7,000 on the line. And it is Rocco to lead the field up the back straightaway for the first time.
Jervis continues to dig hard on the outside. Keith Rocco puts the Michael O'Sullivan, number 78, to the front of the class. Marcotte came out of nowhere. He's up to contend. Here comes Jervis on the inside. Car number 33, a car that Keith Rocco prepared for Michael Jervis. Now moves to the inside. Michael Jervis is about to take over the lead. Here comes Michael Christopher. Rocco, high, wide, and handsome on the outside lane.
Mikey Flynn, best seat in the house, running 4th right now, already halfway home, completing lap number 7 of 13. This time by Michael Jarvis goes to the front of the field over Keith Rocco in 2nd, Christopher in 3rd, Flynn in 4th.
And it is R.J. Marcotte who's now broken into the top 5. Here comes Keith Rocco, the patented move that Ted Christopher taught Keith Rocco has now put him back in command.
Into turn number 3, Rocco leads, and now one car breaks out. It's Flynn into the outside wall.
Flynn goes to the outside wall, and this is going to change everything in this event. Heartbreaker for Mikey Flynn, who was running in the 4th position.
Final time off of turn 2. Keith Rocco looking for his 2nd win of the event. Michael Jarvis looking for his 1st.
Off the turn, the John Guy Poulin tribute car for Michael O'Sullivan and Sons and Dan Avery. Keith Rocco has won his 2nd TC event here at Stafford, and it is near and dear to his heart.